friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So have you ever struggled to figure out what time it is in your Java program, or maybe you have battled with formatting dates or calculating the difference between two moments in time? Don't worry, you are not alone. In the world of Java, handling dates and time used to be a nightmare, but with the powerful java.time package introduced in Java 8, everything changed. Now working with dates is not only easier, it's also safer and more precise. In this video, I will show you how to master Java's modern date and time APIs, from creating and formatting dates to manipulating time zones and durations. So I hope you will be enjoying this amazing video in which I will be telling you what are dates and time in Java. So if you understand this video and if you enjoy this amazing tutorial, so remember to hit a like, and if you are new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my videos which I will be uploading in future. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's dive into it. Alright, so we are in the computer screen, and like I've told you that in this video I will be telling you that what is data time in Java and how you can just use date and time in Java if we start with this amazing thing. So first of all, we need to understand what are dates in Java and how we can use dates in Java. So if we talk about dates in Java, Java does not have a built-in date class, but we can import the java.time package to work with the date and time API. The package includes many date and time classes. For example, these are the classes which we use when we need to use this date class. It is just actually saying me that when you are using date in Java, so there is not a built-in date class which you can use, but you can just import date using java.time package and you can work with date and time API. And this package includes many date and time classes, and these are the date and time classes which we normally use when we just use this java.time package to work with date and time API. So these are the classes here, and these are the description of those classes. So if we talk about this local date, which is most commonly used class which we use with java.time package when we need to work with date and time APIs, and this class represents a date, year, month, day, and you can just see the format how you need to use this class. Then if we move to this local time class, this local time class represents a time, hour, minute, second and nanoseconds. This is the way how you can write this local time class. And then if we talk about local date time class, so this represents a both date and time, and here there is the format how you can just write this local date time class. And then last, if we talk about this date time formatter class, so this class description is like formatter for displaying and parsing date time objects. So there is not format to write this date time formatter, you can just use it to format date and time as you want to display it. So these are the format classes which you can use. These three are the format classes which you can use, and this is the formatter for displaying and parsing date time objects if you want to do that. So moving on, I will be opening my Replit IDE, but before understanding all these things on Replit, we need to just open our NetBeans IDE, because as you know, when we were just working in this Java tutorial series, we were just using NetBeans IDE, and I will prefer you to use this IDE as well if you are a beginner starting with Java, because this IDE has all the qualities, or you can say all the things which a beginner needed when they are starting with language like Java. And if you are a beginner starting with Java, so you can use this IDE. But if you are a beginner, you can say if you are an intermediate or advanced level programmer, then you can use some other IDEs as well, like Eclipse. And then if you want to use some online IDEs, so you can use Replit, Jupyter. These are some IDEs which you can use for Java, but you can also use those IDEs for other languages as well, like if you want to work with Python or any other. But right now we are just working with Java, so that's why I'm preferring you all the IDEs about Java, so you can use them as well. So moving on to this NetBeans IDE, I will be removing this start page here, and I have already created a main.java file, and I have already told you that how you can create this file. So if you don't know how you can create a Java file, so you can check that video out, but I have told you in the first video of Java. So if you haven't checked that video out, you can understand that how we can just create Java file, but it's not too much difficult for any beginner if they're just creating files, so it's too much easy. So moving on to NetBeans IDE, I will be removing all the things which we have learned in the previous video. So now in this video we will be understanding about date and time, so that's the reason we will be using another example. So first of all, we will be just displaying current date, and how we will be displaying current date. To display the current date, import the java.time.localDate class and use its now method. So now here, if we want to display current date in Java using java.time.localDate class, so we need to use now method, and this method help us to display current date. So this is the way how you can use this now method to display current date in your Java file. This is the way to do, and when you will be printing this thing, so you will be getting the output of the latest date which you will be having. So if I show you here, right now the date is 21 May 2025. So we should be getting this output here, but you can just see we have just imported another, like here the output is different. It is saying me 2025 520, because right now we are just importing new output. That's the reason. But right now the date is 21 May. That's the reason now the date will be changed here. So now if I just copy this thing here and then moving on to my NetBeans ID, if I just paste this, and now if I will be running this thing here by pressing right click and run, so you can just see the output we will be getting will be the date which we are having. So you can just see it is showing me the date as I am having right now. It's saying 21 May 2025, and this is the latest date which we are having right now. So if you are using it any other day, like if you are using tomorrow or yesterday, so you will be having any other date on your program or on your output when you will be running this thing here. But right now the date is 21. That's the reason in output I'm getting date is 21 here. So it will be changed as you use anytime you want. Moving on to my NetBeans ID, sorry, on my Word document. Now if you want to display current time, how you can do that? To display current time, hour, minute, second and nanosecond, we need to import java.time.local time class, and we need to again use same method as we were using at the top, which is called now method. But this time we are importing some other package. Like here if I show you, here we were using a package called java.time.localDate, but now this time I'm using another package which is called java.time.localTime. This is the package name here which we use normally when we need to display current time. So this is the thing here. So I will be copying this example now, and after copying this example I will be moving on to my NetBeans ID. I will be commenting out this thing here, because now we have understand if we want to display current date how we can do that. But if you want to display current time, so how you can do that, we need to see that as well. So this is the code of displaying current time here, and then I will be running this file. Obviously I will be just repeating same thing as I was just doing at the top. I will be pressing right click and run file. After running file, you can just see we are getting current time, and we are getting the time right now as we are getting in nanoseconds as well, which is really amazing, because normally when we run this thing in Python or any other language like C, C#, so we not get nanoseconds with the time. But in Java, if you want that the time should be coming with nanoseconds, so you need to define the thing as well, which is called local time, so that it can read the package and give you the output as I am getting here. And that's the way to just display current time when you are working with Java. Moving on, there is some other thing which you can use with date and times. Like if you want to display current date and time, both you can say similarly and in a same way as we were doing at the top, but now it will be printing all the things, or you can say both the things, you can say not separately as you were getting at the top. This time we will be getting all the things combined. So I will be copying this here, in which we are getting date and time combined here display. So I will be now just pasting this, but before doing that I will be commenting out this thing here. Moving down, I will be pasting, and now you can just see we have imported one thing here only, import java.time.localDateTime, and this package is normally used when we need to print date and time both you can say similarly in a same way. So now here we will be printing this, and for printing obviously I will be pressing right click and run file. So if I show you, you can see we are getting date as well, the current date, and with current date we are also getting current time printed. And that's the way to use this thing here to print date and time, you can say in a same method as we were doing at the top, but combined here. So that's the way how you can just display current date and time in Java using date and time package here. And if you want to format date and time, there is another method to format date and time here. So the T in the example above is used to separate the date from the time, and you can use the date time formatter class with the off pattern method in the same package to format or parse date time objects. And the following example will remove the T and nanoseconds from the date time. So this is the way how you can just format date and time. This is the full code that how you can just use this thing to format date and time. This is the example. I will be copying this thing here, and then I will be moving on to my NetBeans ID. I will be pasting these, but before that I will be commenting out this here, and then I will be just pasting it so that we can just format date and time with getting date and time combined in the output. Moving on, I will be again running this file, and if I show you, you can just see before formatting we are getting like this date and time, and now when we have format date and time here, so now after formatting we are getting this like output here. So this is the way how you can just format your date and time if you want to print them combined, because at the top when we were just printing them combined, we were not getting date and time formatted, but in this way we are getting both date and time formatted here, and that's the way to do it. So I hope you understand how we can just use date and time in Java, how we can print date and time, how we can format date and time, and how we can combine date and time both to get different outputs. So that's the way to use it. So if you understand this video in which I have told you that how you can import date and time, how you can use date and time, and what is date and time in Java, so remember to hit a like to this amazing video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like this, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my videos which I will be uploading in future. So just I will be meeting you next tutorial or in next project using Java. So for today, goodbye.